Why is wrestling so popular? It's a very difficult question. It's like asking why is heavy metal popular. You know, you just feel it in your blood, in your veins. But you know, it's very difficult. Once you like something, you like it, and it's really hard to put a finger on why you like it. And most people don't actually take a step back and think about why they enjoy this so much. Maybe more people should. I don't know. But I remember back when I took an English course, a semester of English classes at the university back in '93, and one of the assignments that we did back then was to pick a topic and advocate for it or explain why this is popular. It was pretty much like this question actually, and of course, being a big wrestling fan, I picked professional wrestling, and I argued about it. I also did an oral presentation on Monty Python, by the way, but that's a sidetrack. The sports-oriented soap opera style of professional wrestling, it wasn't as refined or as developed as it is right now. I think that came about during the Attitude Era. That really took a hold. But even back in the early '90s, it was still almost always the promos and the live interviews. Those were my favorites. Of course, the matches too. But there is something magical about somebody who knows how to deliver a speech and get everybody to pay attention and listen to it intently. And it's, I guess you could say it's a little bit like a great frontman of a band addressing the crowd, like Dee Snider or Blackie Lawless from Twisted Sister and Wasp, respectively. Those were always amazing at that. Dee still is. Blackie is sort of, I don't know, he's lost it, I guess, with this born-again Christian thing he's got going on. But Dee still does the same. Dee always gives me the same goosebumps I got from him when I was a teen. Actually, Blackie does that too. Just hearing their voice, there's something about the voice and the deliverance that they just have that is really, really good. And I think this ability to fully captivate the audience is something that The Rock and Paul Heyman has as well, and many of the wrestling performers as well. And this is part of the allure. Of course, you don't go to watch a wrestling show to see the interviews, but it's a big part of it for me. And because obviously there's the physical aspect of it. I mean, I don't think anybody who's ever watched wrestling didn't think, oh, I want to try that move out, or I want to do this to somebody, or just, you know, obviously you shouldn't do it at home, but in a controlled environment such as a pool, for example, or, which is what I did, I have a bunch of video from myself back in 2000. We were recording the Renegade album in Nashville, and we actually just went to see my first Raw live event. Joachim and I went, and when I came home, I had my Rock shirt on, and I was so excited. So I started wrestling in bed with myself, of course, with the pillows, basically. So I was just doing suplexes and elbow drops and leg drops and whatever I could think of. Of course, rock bottom here and there as well. And I finished it off with a tombstone, as far as I remember. So, you know, this part is also like, you know that you can't do what the hell they're doing. It takes years and years of training and a lot of talent to be able to do it. But if you do it in like I said, a controlled environment on your bed, when you don't have to take the fall or don't have to hurt anybody, it's a lot of fun. And I imagine this is the type of the fun is fun in the same way for them. Of course, it's a job for them, but who doesn't like flying through the air? And I think if you look at what they're doing and how unbelievably talented they must be to be able to perform night after night, looking like they're killing somebody when they're actually not hurting them at all. It takes a special kind of athlete to do that. So for me, a little bit, it's like they're like the superheroes of modern day. Of course, without the saving the world complex obviously. But what they do, it's not easy, and I have all the respect for what they do. Still doesn't mean I would not strictly want to try it out, but of course I won't. But, you know, you can dream, right?